Hey, welcome to Help of Christians, where we discuss Catholic and Protestant prophecy. We try and find the common thread that God is speaking to all of his people. So in this video, I have grabbed a clip of Diana Larkin going over some of the prophecies God has given her for the year 2024. It's filled with some great reminders of some of the things we're anticipating, confirmations from the Lord, but also some awesome marching orders for how we should just position our heart and our minds to enter into a turbulent year, but a fruitful year for God's children. So be blessed by these words, and I will see you on the next one. God bless you all.
He said to me, 2024 will be marked by shakings for the wicked and awakenings for the sleeping. But for my remnant, it will be the year of the door, the more, and the poor. Doors of opportunity and advancement will open wide for you. More will bless your life. More provision, more finances, more restoration of what has been lost. It will also be the year of the poor. My spirit will pour forth like never before in history. You will see spiritual gifts poured out. Accurate and powerful prophecy will pour forth. Conviction of sin, lifeless religion, and lawlessness will pour out on people in their homes, their churches, in the marketplace, and in gatherings. The darkness thinks that 2024 will be the year they close the door on your freedom and on many lives. In 2024, they plan to steal more of your finances and your food. Their plan is to pour out more chaos, destruction, and disease. I laugh at their plans for 2024 because my plans are already in motion, an unstoppable force, and I will trump all their evil plans with my promises of the open door, the release of the more, and the overwhelming pour of my spirit. There are good things in store for 2024 for those positioned with me to receive the door, the more, and the poor. I love it when he rhymes. He's very clever, very brilliant is our Father. But what a good word. It doesn't mean that it's going to be 2024 is going to be a smooth year with no bumps. No, because he said there are shakings and awakenings. But for us who are awake and aligned with his heart, he is going to pour forth on us like never before. So we can rejoice with that. We have a journal nugget from November 22nd of 2022, a year ago. Just a few lines from this. It's called Jolted Awake. Kind of goes with that word a year later. The Father said these sleepers are going to be jolted awake when I suddenly come under cover of darkness and turn on the light of my glory. Not only will my bright light of exposure jerk them out of sleep, but the sound of the loud crash of the empire of darkness being toppled by my strong right arm will jolt them awake. The light and the sound will strip away the blinders and the safe illusions that had kept them asleep. Be ready for my sudden unveiling of my rescue operation so that you can shine my hope, my peace, and proclaim my promises to those who have been jolted awake. I want to keep the enemy guessing about my rescue operation, so I can't give you a day or a time. However, I will give you an inner knowing just before it happens, and you will be able to still yourself in my presence and not react in panic. You are to be an anchor while the rest of the world is jolted awake. And then I had a confirming dream to that word that night, the night before I heard the word. My dream was my husband, myself, and one of our daughters were in our house. A huge storm hit. It was sudden and unusual lightning strike that we heard it hit some electrical wires. My husband and I looked knowingly at each other, and then the lights went out. My daughter and I stood perfectly still and at peace until our eyes adjusted to the dark, and then I went to find our little battery-powered lanterns. So that dream is just a picture of the word that I just described. The husband in the dream is Jesus, or the Father representing the Godhead, and he's going to give us that knowing just before the lights go out. So that's really good to hear. And that my daughter represents all of you. It's all of you that I'm pouring into, that I am sharing with, life with. And we're going to be okay. We're going to still ourselves, let ourselves adjust to what God is doing, and get our little lanterns out. All right, let's go on to November 23rd of 2023, a key to promises being fulfilled. This is important for us to learn. I want to give you an important key to promises being fulfilled. How many of you know we're given promises and prophetic words, but they don't just automatically happen? We're to partner with them, call them forth, pray down the opposition to them. So this is another key to seeing his promises fulfilled. He says, how can you partner with me to see the promises of the door, the more, and the poor come to fulfillment? One of the most important keys is the key of thanksgiving. Instead of focusing on unsolved problems or the chaos in the world, focus on giving thanks to me for so great a salvation, for the beauty I place in your life, for my faithfulness to you in the past, and for the promises I've given you for your future. A thankful heart will open the eyes of your heart to see my love and my power. And faith will arise that all of my promises for you and for your nation will come to pass. Fretting about how long it's taking for my promises to come true only sows discord, doubt, and unbelief into your heart. And it will defile those around you. It brings a dark cloud of gloom into the room. This is a huge snare of the enemy. So don't fall into it. Choose to thank me, and the atmosphere in the room will change to faith and expectant joy. Use this key to unlock all my promises for your life. So thanksgiving is a key for our whole lives. Psalm 50, verse 23, in the Passion Translation, the life that pleases me is a life lived in the gratitude of grace, always choosing to walk with me in what is right. This is the sacrifice I desire from you. If you do this, more of my salvation will unfold